Alright guys, this is going to be the beginning video to the 2018 CF Moto Z1000 engine installation. It is a brand new motor from actual CF Moto. These things are expensive, so if you've priced one, you know. I got the motor in, got it running. I didn't do a whole lot of detailed video on any of it. I just wanted to get this thing done. I got so many projects that I've got to get done now. But we got some that are coming up. I got a second video that's coming out that's going to be putting the turn signals on it, because I am going to make it street legal. We're probably going to upgrade the tires on it, and do some other little stuff to it, put a windshield in it probably, and that's going to be about the extent of it. But this video, I'm going to turn it out. I'm not going to edit this video a bit. Whatever's in it is going to be what comes out, whether it be 15 minutes long or 40 minutes long. What it is, what it is. I'm gonna get back into making some videos. I just got to get my stuff together. It's been a long, hard road, man. All right, look, this is gonna be the start of it. If you're looking for any detail, don't watch it. It ain't gonna be detailed. It does show some good stuff in it. It does show drive shafts and all that good stuff. Every bit of the wiring that I did when I put the wiring back together on the motor, actually clean them out with contact cleaner. And I actually put some dielectric grease in every single plug. So everything I have taken apart has dielectric grease in it. Everything that I will run across now is going to have dielectric grease after the fact. But, you know, we'll see. I did have to order a rear caliper, which is in the video for it. I did explain, depending on the vehicle you take it off of, it's going to be the opposite side of what you need. Mine was the right rear, and I had to get one off of the left rear of a 500 because it depends on where they mount the calipers. Take that into consideration. Power Sports Nation, great company to work with. I've used them several times. Partzilla is a great company to work with. That's actually where the motor came from. I've used them a bunch of times on a lot of projects that I've had in the past, and I've never had any bad qualms or anything bad to say about them. They've always looking out for me. If I got something that was misshipped, they've taken care of it. So I appreciate that. So y'all guys go out there and y'all do something with Power Sports Nation. They got parts, they got all kinds of stuff that you might need. Check them out. Partzilla, same way. We got to put some tires on it. So I'm going to put some good street legal tires on it eventually. So, all right, so I'm going to close this out. This is going to be the start of the video. So y'all guys be looking for it. The second video that comes out, like I said, is going to be the one of installing the headlights, not headlights, turn signals, hazards, and the horn, and actually mounting them in the buggy. We're going to have some real complicated problems to figure out where we're going to put them. Rear is going to be the easy, because I can mount them up high right at the tail light, right beside it. The front's going to be a little more challenging though. That's going to be something we're going to have to do a little bit of research on to figure out what's the best place to put them at, because they need to be right there with the headlight, but we'll see. I think I got a spot that I can put them at, but we'll look at it when I get ready to mount them. We'll go from there. All right, y'all guys, stay tuned. Here it comes. All right, guys, we're back. 252 Rebuilds. So, how did we get where we are now? That is a good question. Let me turn the camera around. I'm going to show you something. For anybody that does not know, this here has only been on the channel one time. And that was in a video at the very beginning that was introducing it. I've had this thing since November of 2022. It is a 2018 Z1000 CF Moto. I bought it with a bad motor in it. I knew the motor was bad in it. Tore the motor down, found a bunch of damage on it, couldn't find parts, ordered the few parts I could get but couldn't find parts for it, so I put it on hold. So how did we get where we are now? If anybody recognizes that number right there, you're gonna know this is a complete engine. It is from CF Moto. I bought it actually from Partzilla. So, plan is to start getting this motor ready to go in. I have not unboxed this. As you can see, it's all still stapled down. So I have no clue what it looks like. It says complete. I'm under the impression that it should have injectors and everything in it. Not sure about the clutch stuff. We're going to find out shortly though. So, this is where this one's going to begin. That's why you might ask how we got there. Here's a little fun fact. Projects. This is a great example of why you shouldn't have so many, because it takes so long to get to them. So here we are. I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so the top's off. Packaged really nice. Screwed in on all four corners. Top lid is screwed down. Nice big old cushion in here. See if we can get this out. Okay, one hand's gonna make it odd. Right, here we go. What do we have in the box? Oh boy. Look at this thing. Sorry about the wiggly camera, guys. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Ready to go in. Price breakdown at the end. You're gonna want to know about this. Alright, let me get back to work. Alright, got it pulled out from under its living place for the last 4 years, basically. She's dirty as all get out, so we're gonna have to give her a bath. Get it cleaned out real good. De-spider webbed, all that good stuff. Got to drain the fuel tank. Got some other stuff to do to it. I'm gonna clean it real good. All the plastics have got to be clean. This is basically how I bought it. I never cleaned it, I just bought it. And then plus sitting outside ain't helped it none either. But this is gonna be the beginning. We're gonna get this thing going. She's gonna be going quick, like in a hurry. A week maybe. Get it back together. Get it running. We're gonna have some fun with this. We can put tags on this bad boy and ride it on the road. Alright, let me get back to work. Alright guys, got it washed up. It's clean. It ain't 100%, but it is clean. See if we can shrink this down some so we can get in the picture. Alright. It's got the original tires on it, and they look brand new. So this thing can't have but so many miles on it. And I honestly do not know how many miles on it because I never ran it. I don't care though. Alright. We got one piece cleaned up. And a piece over there. We still got all this cleaned up, but this is non-sequential right this minute because it ain't got nothing to do with putting it back together. Alright, get off. Alright, we're back. 252 rebuilds. We're back on the Z1000. So I had it pulled in the front way, and looking around in here with all I got going on inside of here, I didn't have the room. So last night I spun it around and backed it back in. I've touched up all the spots. I don't care about the dirt on the frame, but I did touch up all the spots that had rust starting. There's a few more spots, but they ain't major spots. Did the battery tray. Have a new battery for it. $182. But we got to get this in here, and I got to do it by myself. Needless to say, this ought to be interesting. But I did get the emblem back on the steering wheel, so we're good to go now. And you can see the roll cages sitting outside, so nothing's on here at the top. So what we're going to do is pick this up here, pull this out, swing this around, because it's going to be sitting in the way it's actually going to be picked up. The drive belt and stuff goes to this side of it, so we're good on that. So what we'll do is pick it up, swing it around, get it set in here, and then back this back in on top of it, and then we should be able to let it down. Wish me luck. Make sure we don't tear up nothing, because that's going to be expensive if that thing drops. Alright, I'll be back. Sketchiest stuff you will ever see. This is going to be wild. I'm not even going to video this, because if this thing falls and it breaks something on this motor, you're going to see me tear up a whole bunch of stuff. So we're not going to record this, but I will show you once we get it back in here. I've got the motor mount bolts and all going right now. so they can actually be good and clean when they come out, when they get ready to set it down in here. So, well, wish us luck. We're getting ready to mess up or put something in. Be back. All right, we're back. Motor's in, no catastrophe. Now I am having to go behind somebody and put this back together because it was taken apart when I got it. So I am missing some stuff, little stuff, not major, but little stuff. And not knowing how all of it's routed. That's the biggest key to it. Like your main engine harness here, this all ties to the frame that bolts up here that holds the bed assembly, so I really can't do anything with that until I get that part painted, which is right there. I'm going to paint that and clean it up and get it ready to put on. Got the exhaust. I've got the gaskets for the exhaust here, but I do not have it for this here. So I got to order that, and I got to order a couple of other pieces. I did manage to find the starter cable that goes from the starter solenoid down to the starter. That's right here. It's in good shape. I wiped it down, cleaned it up a little bit. Doesn't appear to have anything wrong with it. Battery is mounted. Not screwed down tight, but it is mounted because I want to make sure that thing is going to fit like it's supposed to. And that's just simply plug and play. I do have to order, if you look right there, there's a breather tube that goes from the air filter over to the engine crankcase breather. I got to order that too. I don't have that. I can't find it. Other than that, I mean, it's going pretty well. I got to put the side cover on here, but that can wait. Injector fuel lines. At least they put caps over them, put some plastic bags over them, but I don't need the injectors because the new motor comes with the injectors in it. So I do have a new fuel filter. I'm ordering the hose clamps new for it. That way I don't have to worry about them. Like I said, I got a new fuel filter that we're going to put on it. And we're going to pump all the fuel that's in there now out. This thing holds 7 gallons, and it's probably about full. I've got to take this plate up right here so I can get to the fuel pump. I'll disconnect the fuel lines, take it out, and we'll drain the tank completely, put about 1 gallon of good fuel in it, slosh it around, and then drain that as well, and try to wipe it down the best I can. Now this thing takes 92 or better fuel, so I'm going to run good fuel in this. I ain't going to have to worry about it. I actually have the shifter hooked up, and I believe I'm in the right position because the gear shifter's in neutral. The engine does spin, the drive shaft axles do spin. Motor's not turning, so that leads the lead to tell me that it's in neutral. I'll check that once we get to that point. And I've got the front drive shaft that's hooked up. You see it right there. Rear drive shaft, I am actually cleaning that one right now. That's going to go right there. It's a little short extension, a stubby extension. I got it over there in the parts washer right now, running to get it cleaned up. And then we'll get that repacked with grease. I've got all the screws are ready to go for it. Put that back on. So, we're getting there. Hopefully, I'm going on vacation for a couple of days. Tomorrow, which is Sunday. I won't be back until Wednesday, so I probably won't get started back on here Thursday. That'll give a couple of days for that stuff to come in that I need. So we're pushing along through it. We're going to have this thing running in another week or so. Y'all wish me luck. Alright, I'll get back a little more work, and then we'll come back, shoot a little more video. Alright guys, we're back. Got a lot to get done. Short time doing. I'm still waiting on parts, so I'm gonna try to knock out a few things that we need to get done. Need to put the ground cable, which is this. This one is busted. It would take me 3 weeks to get that ground cable, so I improvised. This should work. Hole's a little bit bigger here, but it goes up under that line right there. So I hope that works. If not, I'll get another one. This end right here is going to go right up under there. So that's going to be a little tricky to get to, but it'll be alright. We got it. And then we got to put the fan on that goes here, which connects to that. I got to do the radiator hoses, but I'm waiting on clamps and some other stuff that I need to put that back together. Ain't gonna be long though. I got all the battery wiring where it's supposed to go. I know what needs to go where now. I was worried about that a little bit, but I got that straightened out, so that's good. CVT hose goes here, and a CVT goes there. I know where they are. I've got them all cleaned up and ready to go back together. I'm just, like I said, I'm waiting on the rest of the parts so I can put this thing back together. Alright, let's get to work. Alright guys, we're back. I haven't videoed a whole lot of this because I've been trying to concentrate on getting this thing back together. But we all back together. It's the only thing left to be done. Obviously the body has to go back on, the cage has to go back on. Wiring harness has to be hooked up. I'm going to buy some contact electric cleaner now to spray out all the connectors, clean them up good so I can get them re-greased with some dielectric grease. Run the wiring harness. I've got to order the 2 mounts that go here. It is mounted solid. It's one up under the bottom here, and it's mounted to the pipe itself. All the exhaust is in. I just got to tighten that up. I've got to put in the air box, obviously, and I've got to put in the belt cool right here, which is laying right there. Like I said, I hadn't videoed a whole lot of this because I've been concentrating on trying to get this thing back together. I got to hook the radiator hoses up, and I got to hook the shifter back up. All the fluids are in the motor itself. I just got to add antifreeze to it. I've already filled it full of tank. It is slam packed full with 93 octane fuel, which is what it calls for to run. So hopefully, if everything goes well, we're gonna fire this bad boy off today. Alright, I'll let you know. I'll be back. Alright guys, I've been busy. She is all back together. The only thing I haven't hooked up is the winch cable, positive and negative. I'm getting ready to clean the air box now. I got to tighten up the hose here. I put the shifter on. It does register in park. Everything seems to be fine. Haven't started it yet. She's dirty again on the inside where I blowed everything out from under the hood of it. So it's gonna have to get a good wash. Let's hit the switch, see what's gonna happen. Alright, we got power. We got runnage. That was easy. I can't run it long because I hadn't put antifreeze in it yet. That's going to be the last thing, and I got to get some .3 brake fluid, and I've got to tie up some of the hoses and lines and wires that are right here just to make sure it doesn't get caught in the drive shaft. Hey guys, we got to run them. All right, let's go. All right guys, we're back. She's back together for the most part. I got one seat in it where I got to do a little riding. I'm still cleaning everything. 4-wheel drive would not disengage, so I was thinking it was either going to be the switch or it was going to be the motor. I took the motor off, started messing with the switch, found out there's a relay up under the hood that was sticking, so it will work partially, not partially, but it's up under the hood, take the actual luggage compartment out, and it sits right here. There's a little fuse box cover that goes on it. So I got to order a relay. It's working now, so it does go in and out of 4-wheel drive. Got a bunch of stuff done on it. All we got to do is just put the plastics back on it, but I'm waiting on some stuff to come in. I ordered another order today, a bunch of screws, bolts, and stuff that's missing. When you put something together that you buy from somebody who took it apart, you might as well plan on spending $300 or $400 extra and just stuff that you cannot physically find. And here's where we're at in the case of this. I'm going to get it cleaned up real good after we get it done. I am planning on riding it a little bit tomorrow. Rear diff fluid has been changed. Front diff fluid has been changed. New motor, new transmission, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Fuel filter's been changed on it. Everything on the motor was brand new. Injectors, the whole 9. It is a complete engine. It did come from CF Moto. I ordered it through Partzilla, but it is the CF Moto engine. The only thing I have left to do, the drive shaft that goes to the rear back here, I do have to tighten that up. I got to get me a short 8mm Allen wrench. The ones I have are too deep to go in there and tighten up on it, so I got to get me one of them. Other than that, it's pretty much done. I wired the lights back up on the roof, which would be here. They're super bright. Front's back together, lower shield's back on it. So here we go. I'm gonna get home tomorrow and make sure the air's in the tires because they do leak. I'm gonna air it up and I'm going riding. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, we're back. So what we had happen was right rear caliper is leaking. I'll show you in just a second. The piston has come out and they do not make a seal kit. Now I'm sure you could probably go through it and find a seal kit that would work. I went the alternative and just hit up Power Sports Nation and ordered a caliper for it. Now here's the deal. I don't know if this is right yet because I have not taken this one off, but what I can tell you is if you look up a right rear caliper for a Z1000, which is what mine is, you can't order a right rear caliper for just anything, because depending on how they mount it, whether they mount the caliper to the front side of the wheel or the back side of the wheel. Now they're saying that the caliper's off of a I think it was a Trail Force 600, 500, whatever it was, are the same calipers. I have not verified that yet, but I do know that they have to come off the opposite side. So if you need a right rear, you have to order a left rear because of the way it mounts on the other bike. So what we're going to do is take this wheel off real quick and we're going to look at this caliper and see if this thing's going to work. If it does, we should be able to put it all back together and get it going today. If it does not work, then we'll go from there. All right, let's get some work done and we'll be back. All right, so caliper is on. Everything works. Goes in the right place. Parking brake cables, I have to adjust them. And make sure you keep those cleaned out, because if that thing gets packed with dirt and mud, the parking brake won't work, or if you pull it and set it, it won't disengage. And I think that's what happened to this one, because that thing was slam packed with mud and dirt and everything else. So I got to adjust the cables on it, but other than that, everything's good to go. I'm gonna grease these fittings while I got it down too. I got to put the wheel back on, and we're gonna see. We got to bleed it, but I mean, I can gravity bleed it because that's what I did the last time. Gravity bleed didn't take about 15-20 minutes, so it'd be all right. All right, let's get back to work. All right, wheels back on, brakes feel good. Put the parking brake back in. Try not to use that until I order the new cable for it, which is right there. That cable is part of that setup that pulls on it. I'm kind of gonna be careful of that. Put the center back in. I got to put the screws in it. I got to look up the thing and get everything straight on it. Put some new clips in here that we're missing. So we're getting there. We're gonna ride this thing some today. I got the title done on it, so I'm waiting on that to come back. And then the next thing is gonna be putting the turn signal kit on. It'll be here Monday, and we're putting this bitch on the road. We're gonna put the bed and all back on it today. And I got to order one of these from Power Sports Nation because I ordered it from Partzilla. It's on back order for who knows how long. So I'm just going to order a used mirror because I have a new mirror. I just don't have the bracket. So I'm going to order the used mirror just to get the bracket and all for it. All right, we'll get back. Alright guys, we're back. This is going to be the final video on the engine installation. It is all back together. I have been riding it a little bit just to put some hours on it. Runs good. It's getting better as it runs, which is normal. You got to let the computer take over. But it is done. I do have another little project I'm going to do to it, and I'll show you right here in the seat. That'll be a separate video. That one will be more in depth. That right there is the turn signals that I'm going to put on it so I can put it street legal. I got the title the other day. Now all I got to do is just get the turn signals on it, get it inspected, and we're going to have tags on it. We're going to ride a little bit. It is for sale though. And it's dirty. It needs a good cleaning. All right, this is gonna be the closeout video for that. The other one that's coming up will be more detailed. I'm gonna show running the wiring and everything in this one coming up for the turn signals. I don't know, it might take me a week or two to get it because we're getting ready to go on vacation, but anyway, it's all good. All right, look, y'all get off the couch, go do something. Go make some memories, live some dreams, hold your family tight. I had a lot of people that I know personally that have gone away from here, man. This world and life ain't no joke. When it's done, so you better be ready. All right, guys, y'all be good. Signing out. Peace.